Hello everybody. I don't know about you, but I'm sick of it. It's cold and windy out here today, so I'm not really going to try and stay out here for too long. Just get the basics out to you. As if you're not already aware, I think those of you who listen on a regular basis, you probably are aware. It's not looking good out there, folks. It's not looking good at all. All of the economists that I'm listening to, the ones that are actually telling the truth, I think anyway, they're telling the truth. They are not projecting anything good for this country's economy. Only one person that has anything even remotely positive actually, she is the most positive one that I've heard so far, and she's an astrologist. She's not an economist, she's an astrologist. But according to her, everything is written in the stars, and I do believe that there is a good deal of truth to that. She says that we are going to have a really rough time of it until October, and that sometime between October and December of this year, things are going to be starting to look up, and that by the end of the year, we're going to be entering in a new golden age. Now, I'm not so sure I believe that 100%. Maybe she's right. I hope she is. But it just doesn't look likely to me. It looks more likely to me that we're probably going to see a very prolonged economic collapse that might very well be, like a lot of the economists are now saying, worse than the Depression of the 1930s, and may last even longer. I hope it doesn't happen that way, but it could. I think it very well could. That means that if you're not ready for it, nobody's going to be 100% ready for it, unless they're a billionaire and they've taken drastic measures that the majority of us cannot afford to take. Then nobody is really going to be 100% ready for any of this. And that includes a good portion of my immediate family. They're going to be in bad shape. Some of them already are. I'm in pretty bad shape. Not as bad as some, but as far as having a job, I don't have one. Have no money coming in. I have to rely on the goodwill of my parents and the only friend I have that is equipped to allow me and my dog to live with him. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be going back out to my mom and dad's property once the weather warms up, and it's going to stay that way. It doesn't really matter where I am in the warm weather months, because either way it goes, I'm going to be uncomfortably hot inside and out. He can't afford to have the air conditioning on here as cool as it needs to be for me to be comfortable. So I'm always uncomfortably warm and sweating. It's not easy to sleep, except at nighttime. At any rate, it's not warm. It's not comfortable here in the summertime. And it's not going to be comfortable out there in the summertime. So either way I go, I'm not going to be comfortable. It'd be better here, but not comfortable. And there's a lot of stupid people out there who just wouldn't listen. They wanted to be like an ostrich and poke their head in the sand, thinking, the danger will just pass over or slide by and everything's going to be okay. Well, I hope it's not as bad as I'm expecting it to get. But it doesn't really seem likely that it's going to be a smooth transition into whatever it is that we're going to be looking at later. And I don't think that's going to be good either with digital currency. I think that's a beginning of somebody, I don't know who for sure, but somebody winding up taking control of the country and becoming a dictator. Or possibly it could happen on a state-by-state level. Governors could become dictators, or somebody overthrow the government of your state, and suddenly you've got a dictator leading your state. Anything is possible at this point. Literally anything. So all I can tell you is what I told people for a long time. Stock up as much as you can on everything that you need on a daily basis. If you don't know how to do things that you might really need to know how to do later on, learn. Like how to make soap, shampoo, paint robe. If you want to, have moisturizer for your skin, deodorant, toothpaste, you can find tutorials all over the place on YouTube for how to do all this stuff, and it's really pretty easy. I would really strongly suggest learning those things, and I would also strongly suggest, if you don't know how to grow food, please learn quickly. You need to know how. If you're able to get livestock, I would not bother with anything too big. Chickens and goats. That's where I would leave it. And I would rely on the chickens for eggs and the goats for anything that can be made from milk. They're far more valuable, and you get a lot more food from them living than you do from them dead. Till next time, get ready, folks, because it looks like we got way more than a bumpy ride coming.